Hey guys, this is Miriam at High Life Auto. I am out doing a video test drive on a 2016 BMW i3. If you've never been on my video test drives before, the way it works is I drive the vehicle on video and I tell you what I see, hear, think, smell, and feel to give you the best indication of being in the driver's seat without actually being in the driver's seat. I'm not a mechanic, and this is not meant to be a 182-point inspection. Rather, this is meant to be a sneak peek into how the vehicle drives and any potential issues I notice as we're going along. So take a look around the vehicle, we'll take a look under the hood, and then we'll go for a drive. And this one, we can look under the hood all you want, and it's really not going to do much because since it's a hybrid, you won't really hear the motor going. And it's not really a hybrid. It's kind of a hybrid. It is an electric vehicle with a range extender, which is really cool because electric vehicles are cool all in their own because you don't have to pay for gas. But the range extender is awesome because if you're going to, let's say you're going to Iowa City, which is 2 hours away, most electric vehicles, or a large portion of the electric vehicles on the market, are not going to make it all the way to Iowa City, which is 2 hours. So the range extender will pick up and save your butt if you run out of electric. It's got about a 2-gallon tank, which is about 60 miles. I've heard that these get about 30 miles to the gallon when you're using gas. And so you're never going to be caught in a pinch, like in a traffic jam, or, not that we have a lot of traffic jams around here, but you're not going to be caught in a pinch because you've got the range extender. So worst case scenario, you're using gas, you're getting like 30 miles to the gallon. Best case scenario, you're using the electric and you don't have to pay for gas. So that's about that. We've driven this a little bit since we've got it. It's a really cool car. We still don't know a whole lot about it. Just it's a BMW, it's electric. Kind of the electric market is kind of new, but I'm going to tell you everything I know, and the rest we'll just kind of figure out as we go. Okay, so this is the i3. Like I said, the electric vehicle with the range extender. This one is really cool. It's got suicide doors. So, and we had, I've got a 14, no, let's see who, I had Journey and Lily in here. So I had a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old in here, and they fit nicely in the back seat, and then Matt and I were in the front seat, so we could comfortably fit 4 normal-sized human beings. Decent inside. There was a little bit of, just wear from age and, people sitting there and all of that kind of thing. But the body is really, really good from here. There's no rust, no dents, no dings, nothing like that. These tires are probably about 40% on the rear and probably the same on the front. Look at how skinny those suckers are. Just those front tires are really, really skinny. The back tires, I don't know if they're the same. Yeah, they are. They're just really skinny tires. They're almost like bicycle tires. Not that skinny, but let me pop the back. There we go. The back end, it's really clean. And then this hatch pops up. And then here is your charger. And I think this is just the regular 110 volt charger. You can also charge it with the faster one, and it'll charge a lot faster. The 110 charges like overnight, and then the other one charges in a couple hours. It's essentially the Tesla supercharger is what it is. I did not pop the gas tank. I'll have to go do that so I can show you the gas tank. But really, here is the flaw of the car. The gas cap is missing. You can probably pick one of those up. I don't really think it's super necessary. So that's the charging one. I think this is the actual gas cap for when you need to put gas in the car. Under the hood, so there's not really, I don't think this is where your engine is. I think the engine is actually in the back. So this is your trunk space. And then you've got, all of your fluids and stuff for your gas engine. You still have a couple little things that you have to maintain just because it does have that gas engine. Let me pop the gas cap. Let's see. This one, well, I don't know if this one has a pop feature, or Matt knows the answer to that one because he was driving that and charging it. But I popped, maybe I have to have it running to pop okay, so this one doesn't need popped. This one just clicks in. So there's your gas one. The other one, I must have to have it started to pop this open, I'm guessing. Oh, no, I don't. It just pops right in. So there is your regular charger, and then this is like your Tesla supercharger. it's got, like, on all your Tesla charging stations, it will have an adapter for this car, and that's what that one is. That's like the super fast 1 hour charger one. And I was told that you can't buy those chargers. Those are commercial only, so you'll find those at the commercial charging stations. So I'm going to turn the car on. Okay, and we've got 75,000 miles on here. And these screens are really cool. I'll have to show you kind of as we're driving. Over here, I've got the range extender highlighted. And right here, there's this menu. There's so many things you can do. You can go through a bunch of stuff. You can also change the way you're driving. There's a couple different modes. There's a comfort mode, which is, I think you get, it's kind of a balanced mode. So you get all of the features you want, and you can still drive the speed you want. And then there's the Eco Pro mode, which is like, you are getting the best efficiency of everything. Like, but then you can't use your heat and your AC. And I think you can only go like 45 miles an hour because they are just limiting the amount of electricity you use so that you can get the most efficient miles. So we usually have it in comfort just because that's kind of the best of both worlds is where you get it. But we've got here the range extender, and this is something Matt said, so you can pretty much hold your state of charge. So right now I'm at 78%. I've got 45 miles on the electric range, and that 45 miles is based on how I used my car for the last tank of fuel or for the last charge or whatever. So Matt's kind of been running it a little bit hard just because trying to, figure out how it works and all of that stuff. So based on the way he was driving at 78% charge, we've got about 45 miles. And then based on the way he was driving, we've got 70 miles on the gas tank. And so that will change pretty much every time you charge it. Sometimes you may get 70 miles on a full charge. You might get 100 miles on a full charge. All depends on how you were driving the previous time. But here you can hold the state of charge. And so when you get to, if you had hold right here at 78%, whenever your electric battery hits 78%, your gas motor so your range extender, that's what your gas motor is, that would kick in, and you would be using your gas motor, and it would hold your electric at 78%. Most people have that set at, like 20%. And so when your electric vehicle gets down to 20%, your gas motor will kick in. And there's nothing you have to do. It just does it. I think if you don't press this hold state of charge there, then it will automatically do it at a certain percentage, and the range extender will kick in. So there's really nothing you have to do to drive this car. You don't have to be an engineer or anything. You just get in and drive it. So we've got the car going, and the shifter's kind of weird. But there we go. There's drive, and you just shift this down, reverse, neutral, drive, and then here, sorry, I can't, there's park. So in that case, it's kind of like a Prius, but you just shift it into drive and take off. And if you've never been in an electric vehicle before, the way they handle is just night and day different than any other car. They have, you get in a big sports car who's got like a 0 to 60 in 5.5 seconds. These just have phenomenal power. Like if I get on the gas, it's immediately at high speeds. It'll throw you back in your seat. And it's just because the electric power is either there or it's not. And with a gas car, you got to wind it up and you got to get there. With the electric car, you're just there. And the other cool thing we've noticed about this car is essentially you never have to press on the brakes. If you're going down a hill or something, it might be a little bit different, or if you have to stop quickly. But it's when you've got the gas on, you're going, and when you don't have the gas on, it's stopping the car. So just like right there, I took it off the gas, and in a couple seconds, I was at a stop. And so it's just, in that regard, it's kind of like a golf cart. If you're on the gas, you're going. If you're not on the gas, you're not going. And that's kind of how that is. And you'll kind of see right now I'm using my electric power. You can see that little graphic right there. and if I take my foot off the gas, right there, it's charging. And so this one has the, it will do, you know, a little bit of regeneration. You're not going to, it's not like a Prius where, you know, it regenerates the battery every time you're driving it. This one still has to be plugged in, but you will get a little bit of regeneration just from the coasting. And so, you know, you get a couple percent regeneration where it's charging it. But it's got great power. Like I said, like when you press on the gas, you're there. It's got, and since you really don't have to press on the brakes, and I can press on the brakes to get me there faster. And there is awesome brakes, no grinding, no vibration, no pulling or anything like that. But you don't have to press on the brakes because it will stop you with a normal stopping distance. You know, that makes your brakes last essentially forever because you're not pressing on them. But it's driving very well. It's driving smooth. I don't hear any suspension noise. We'll kind of play with our turn signals. There's our left turn signal, it works. Our right turn signal works. We've got, let's see, where's our windshield wipers? Windshield wipers work. Windshield wiper fluid works. Let's see, I'm gonna do our horn. Horn works. Let's find our cruise control. Cruise control ready and set. Cruise control works. We're going about 42 miles an hour, so that works well. And then we've got all of our buttons over here, and Matt was kind of playing with these to figure out, you know, which ones used battery and which ones didn't, just so you kind of know how it affects your electric range. And so he was playing with like your heat. So your heated seats, we'll turn your heated seats on. See, and we're at 42 miles. You turn your heated seats on and it really doesn't change. It does not draw a lot of electricity. If you turn your heat on, I'm going to turn our fan on, and we went down from 40, I think it said 40 something, we went down to 31, and that's with our heat on high. And so we can turn our heat down a little bit lower, and it takes our range down to about 31 miles per hour. So it's just something, that's where the range extender comes in awesome, because obviously in the wintertime you've got to have heat. You can't just go without heat, so you can save your electric battery. You just need to be aware of, hey, this is what the heat does to my battery. And that's where the range extender comes in awesome, because you can still have the heat and then you still have the gas mileage. Let's see, radio. Let's see, there's so many buttons on here. Okay, let's see. Radio down here. And maybe this is the volume. Okay, so radio works. You got to learn how to use all of this stuff, just because there's buttons up here, there's buttons down here, there's a screen there, there's a screen there. But it's all just kind of a learning curve. Driver's side window works. Passenger side window works. There aren't any windows in the back. Those are just the glass panels. But it's actually more roomy than you think. It's just, it looks like a small car, and it is a small car, but you have more room than you think. So I think that's it. You've got your, everything works. You've got your main flaw is the gas cap. That is just missing. Everything else seems to work. It's a really awesome running car. We've never had one of these before, and so we're going to kind of keep driving it to learn more about it. But if you have any questions, just reach out to us. We will try and answer your questions, and if we don't know the answer, we'll go drive it and we'll find out the answer. So my cell phone is 309-267-7200, and we can answer any of those questions for you. Thanks, guys.